Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Lands. I'm here to talk to you more about caterpillars and butterflies. Let's see, it's been a couple days and can you see our caterpillars? They're in there and they've gotten a little bit bigger. So I measured them today and today, remember last time, they were 1 centimeter long. Well now, up here, they're about 1.5 centimeters long, okay? So they are growing and they are changing every day, okay? Do you remember that we read this book last time? Well, I wanted to finish it with you today and talk more about the life cycle of a caterpillar to butterfly and how they grow and change. Do you remember we did a unit on living things and non-living things? And we talked about how living things grow and change. So a caterpillar and a butterfly must be a living thing, okay? Remember we talked about in our book about how first the butterfly lays an egg on a leaf, okay? So that is the first stage of the life cycle. So you see up here, I drew a life cycle circle. And right here, this is the first stage, the egg. So I drew a little leaf and I drew an egg. Let's see what happens next. Remember, the caterpillar starts to eat and eat and eat the leaves that they're laid on, okay? So we're up to this page right here. Each day when we come into school, we look at our caterpillar and each day it is a little bigger. So just like our caterpillars, I know that you can't see them in person, but as I said, they're growing and changing every day, and as you can see, they're a little bit bigger. This is a couple days later. Our skin grows with us, but a caterpillar's skin does not grow. When the caterpillar gets too big for its skin, the skin splits down the back. The caterpillar crawls right out of its own skin, and it has new skin underneath. Wow, how cool. This is called molting. Our caterpillar will molt about 4 or 5 times, so the skin comes right off of the caterpillar, and it's called molting. After many days, our caterpillar is finished growing. It is much bigger than when it first came to school. It is almost as it is almost as big as my little fingernail, so about this big, okay? I think, from what I remember, I think it takes about, I want to say almost 2 weeks for the caterpillars to fully change and grow until they start to go up to the top to spin their chrysalis. So from what I remember. So far it's only been a couple days, okay? Our caterpillar is making a special house. First, it makes a button of silk. So it has to crawl to, like, if it was in a garden or in nature, it would probably go to the top of a branch or a leaf. So it needs something to hang on to. So in this case, it's going to go to the top of the cup, okay? And they're going to hang down, almost looking like a little J. It uses this button to hang upside down from a twig. Then it molts for the last time. Instead of the new skin, this time there's a hard shell. This shell is called the chrysalis. Our caterpillar will stay inside the chrysalis for a long time. So again, about another couple weeks, it will stay in the chrysalis. So I'm wondering if you guys are wondering why I'm not calling it a cocoon, because I know that maybe some of you have heard the word cocoon before. So I wanted to tell you the difference between the cocoon and the chrysalis. I wrote it here, I'm not sure if you can see it. So the cocoon is actually made from silk, and that is what a moth caterpillar spins. So out of the cocoon usually comes a moth, which also looks similar to a butterfly. But the chrysalis is specifically for the butterfly, and the chrysalis is not made from silk, it's made from hardened protein, okay? And that's what the butterfly hatches from, okay? So there's the difference. So if you hear that word cocoon, or if you hear the word chrysalis, In this case, we're talking about a chrysalis, so you'll hear me refer to that. But now you know the difference, okay? It says right here, the chrysalis stage is also called the pupa. Every day the chrysalis looks the same. We can't see anything happening, but inside the chrysalis, our caterpillar is changing. Will our caterpillar ever turn into a butterfly? Will it ever come out of the chrysalis? We can hardly wait, but we do. We have to wait and wait and wait. So that stage, right, we won't see anything happening because all the changes are taking place inside the chrysalis. Then one day during snack time, somebody shouts, "Look," and we rush over. The butterfly is starting to emerge, right? The chrysalis is cracking and we see a head and a body and then wings. It's a butterfly. And boys and girls, I've actually seen this happen. It's actually very, very cool that the butterfly is starting to come out of the chrysalis. The tiny caterpillar who came to school in a jar turned into a painted lady butterfly, and we saw it happen. Our butterfly is damp and crumpled, so it comes out, and even sometimes you see like blood dripping, and their wings are, it says that it's damp and it has to sit for a long time, and it starts to pump its wings. See, here we go, I'll talk about that. It hangs onto the chrysalis while its wings flap, 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 like it pumps its wings because blood is pumping into the wings and it has to dry. The wings straighten out and soon our butterfly will be ready to fly. Okay, it says it takes about 2 hours for the butterfly to get ready and their wings to be dry. Our butterfly cannot stay in the jar. It needs to be outside with the flowers and the grass and the trees and the other butterflies. So on a warm spring day, I put my finger into the jar, the butterfly sits on my finger, I pull it out and our butterfly goes free. We feel a little sad because we won't get to see our butterfly anymore, but we feel happy because it will be in nature. So that's what will happen with us too. I'll show you, we'll release the butterflies. It's gonna be really cool. We watch our butterfly land on a flower. It will sip the flower's nectar through a long coiled tube called a proboscis. Maybe if it's a female butterfly, maybe someday she will lay an egg on a leaf and the cycle will start all over again. I know just what will happen then. The egg will hatch into a caterpillar and that caterpillar will turn into a beautiful butterfly. And here are just pictures of all different kinds of butterflies that you might see out in nature. There's a monarch butterfly. There's one called a common blue butterfly. There's all kinds of different beautiful butterflies. That was a good one. I loved finishing that. So look, so today I said we talked about all the different stages and I drew a life cycle wheel. I am going to attach this page to the lesson. If you have a printer, parents, great, print this sheet out and your kids can do it at home. If not, just draw a wheel like I did, like a circle, and just do it like that, okay? So here are the different stages. Remember, first we started with the egg, okay? So here's my leaf and my egg. Next comes the caterpillar. I drew a picture of my little caterpillar. The next stage, the third stage, is called the chrysalis. Remember the difference between chrysalis and cocoon. So here's my chrysalis. There's my caterpillar in there, changing and growing. And the last stage is the butterfly. Right, you got it, okay? So 2 things you have to do today, okay, for your assignment. Number 1, you're gonna draw your life cycle, okay, from egg to butterfly. Here are the 4 stages again: egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. Also, remember the other page that I gave you that had the cups? Okay, well today is gonna be day 2. Remember this? The daily observations? Okay. If you're doing this in your journal, then you're gonna draw another cup, label it day 2, and today you're gonna draw your 5 caterpillars. Today you're gonna write 1.5 centimeters long, okay? So this is our second observation. All right, boys and girls, I can't wait to come back next time and see how much our caterpillars have grown and changed. This is so fun. I love doing this with you guys. Bye, have a good day.